streaming live, tackling the topics everyone's talking about online. Share, engage, interact. This is Newsfeed Now.
Hey, good Wednesday, December the 4th to you. 3 weeks from right now, it is Christmas Day. It's hard to believe that 3 weeks from yesterday, Santa Claus would be coming down the chimney, getting all those toys right for you and your kiddos. Exciting times. It's right around the corner, folks. Hey, today was a pivotal day for President Trump with the impeachment inquiry now in the hands of the Judiciary Committee. Hearings began with Democrats making their case that President Trump deserves impeachment. It's all happening with the president out of the country. Watching from London, where he's attending the NATO summit, Susan McGinnish has the story.
The House Committee on the Judiciary will come to order.
The House Judiciary Committee taking the reins of the impeachment inquiry, laying the constitutional groundwork for impeaching President Trump.
President Trump did not merely seek to benefit from foreign interference in our elections. He directly and explicitly invited foreign interference in our elections.
In the committee's first public hearing, constitutional scholars explain high crimes and misdemeanors and whether the president's actions rise to that benchmark. Today's focus, this report. The House Intelligence Committee concluding the president abused the power of his office to solicit a foreign power to help him in 2020, asking Ukraine to publicly announce investigations into former Vice President Joe Biden and 2016 election interference, all while withholding military aid to Ukraine. The report also says the president obstructed congressional investigation of his actions. Republicans continue to argue the president has done nothing wrong.
Because you just don't like the guy. You haven't liked him since November of 2016.
But Democrats alleging a scheme, including officials at the highest levels of government, including the vice president and secretary of state. And the intel report names the president's attorney, Rudy Giuliani, hundreds of times, showing he played a role in pressuring Ukraine. Overseas at the NATO summit, the president asked about Giuliani's calls.
I really don't know. You'd have to ask him.
The president deflecting questions from London as lawmakers in Washington continue to ask their own.
Thank you so much, Susan. Joe Khalil now joins us live from Washington. Joe, what's the reason for today's hearing for us who's not engulfed in everything Washington like you guys are?
Well, the goal for today is to bring constitutional experts. So essentially what they're doing in that committee is the four witnesses are going to be laying out what it means to commit an impeachable offense. And, there's no strict definition. As the founders came up with impeachment, it was left sort of intentionally vague. So there's a lot of interpretation there when it comes to constitutional definition. That's why you've got these four professors, three chosen by the Democrats, who are the ranking members on the committee, and then you have one that was chosen by the Republicans, all of whom sort of laying out what exactly that means.
I've been really intrigued to watch a lot of this, if only for the discussions, arguments, fights, bickering, whatever you want to say it, between Republicans and Democrats. And today, it started off that way before they got to these experts. The Republicans trying to shut this down before it even began.
Yeah. There were a lot of people who commended the Democrats in the Intelligence Committee hearings last time around because they were able to sort of in a disciplined way keep the committee hearings from going off the rails. Well, if there was an attempt to do that this morning, you saw right at the beginning, Republicans were interrupting the chairman. We saw that more than once. And so, there is, again, sort of a strategic implementation in doing that. But clearly what Democrats want to do at this point is get these hearings back on the rails and just kind of focus on the constitutional question.
What's the timeline moving forward for the rest of the week?
Well, that's interesting. We're going to have more hearings in the Judiciary Committee. There is no set, strict timeline as to when you might get a full vote in the House on impeachment. In fact, we had a couple of members of Congress calling for a vote now, even saying, once the Intelligence Committee released its report, that they were just ready at this point to take a full vote in the House. I don't know that it's going to move that quickly, but there is no strict rule on this. It's going to be up to the Democratic caucus, essentially, and committee chairs, how they want to proceed and when we might eventually take a vote if articles of impeachment are not.
Joe Khalil, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you taking the time out of Washington and let you get back into those meetings. Turning to a developing story in Tennessee. 4 teenagers escaped from a juvenile detention center in Nashville over the weekend. One of the teens accused of murder, the other on the state's most wanted list. Early this morning, 2 taken back into custody, 2 still on the run. Police now looking at security cam footage to figure out how they escaped. Here's Stephanie Langston.
The first clip shows the teens running down a hall downstairs when one of the escapees debates running in a different direction, and then they all run up the stairs. You can see 3 of the teens still have their neon safety vest on. Here you see them running in the public area of the Juvenile Justice Center outside of the courtrooms before all 4 of the teens make it out the front doors and then outside, making their way off the front entryway of the detention center. Police weren't notified until about a half hour later, but they have been searching around the clock to get the teens back into custody. All have a dangerous criminal history. As we've mentioned, 2 of them are murder suspects. There's been a number of questions as to how these 4 teens could escape. In just about an hour, Councilman Russ Pulley, who is also chairman of the Public Safety Committee, has asked the court administrator of the Juvenile Detention Center to bring the committee up to date on where things stand.
This is obviously of great concern to the community. It's a great concern to us. So we want a little update. You know, I don't intend for this to be a grilling session of Kathy. I want to hear from her so that we can understand what's going on, where we are in this situation, what's being looked at in terms of how this happened. And then I just want her to inform us briefly. It's not going to be a long meeting, but at a later time, once they've had an opportunity to look into this, then we'll be able to dig into it a little bit deeper. So I don't imagine that's too far away. But tonight I just want to hear from her and hear what's going on so that she can let us and in a transparent way the public know what's happening.
Stephanie, thanks. Linda Ong now joins us from Nashville. Linda, obviously this is probably a story that's pretty troubling for those around Central Tennessee. Kind of walk me through the process right now as we've got 2 still on the loose.
No audio.
All right, Linda, we're gonna have to stall for just a second. Give you a shout back. We cannot hear Linda, but again, obviously, it is a scary situation, no doubt, when you've got 4 people who slipped out of custody, 2 captured this morning, 2 still on the run. Linda now joins us back. Linda, talk for me. Let's see if we can hear each other.
Yeah, Aaron, I hope you can hear me now, but I can hear. Okay, perfect. Well, yeah, as you can imagine, a little bit of relief this morning for much of the Nashville community after 2 of those escapees were caught, but still 2 are on the loose, one of them an accused killer. So as you can imagine, still a lot of the community is on edge this morning. You know, police thankfully got a tip last night, which led to the capture of 2 of those escapees. They got a tip of the location, which they ended up being found about 20 miles north of the Metro Nashville area. According to JV Court, they did tell us that they're being held, those 2 escapees, they're still being held back in the same detention facility, but that there have been measures put in place and that they will be housed separately from the other teams in not adjacent cells. So hopefully some measures to keep this from happening again. But again, the search for 2 other suspects, in this case, still happening as we speak.
Yeah, you know, Linda, you look at this and you hear stories about breakaways quite a bit, folks just getting away from jail. My question is this: how was it that easy for an accused killer to walk out the front door?
Yeah, that's the big question for a lot of people in the Metro Nashville area. Even in a press conference, Metro Police actually said that they didn't believe that really any overt criminal act helped these 4 escapees get out, but rather possibly gross negligence. According to the timeline of what we have learned of the events, these 4 escapees, they were out past curfew. They were out past half hour past curfew. So how that happened, who let that happen, still big questions. And in some cases, the perfect storm, there was a disturbance, so their supervisor had to attend to that. So they were kind of on their own for quite some time. So of course, Metro Police is looking into this. There's a review of the processes, possibly several of those supervisors at the JV detention center. Their jobs are on the line right now, so that review process is happening. But according to JV Court, they're saying that they're ensuring that, at least for the time being, several additional safety and security measures have been put in place.
All right, Linda Ong, thanks so much. Appreciate you, Linda. Thanks for taking the time here on Newsfeed. Now, Christmas, hey, we talked about it. 3 weeks from today, but in Kansas, one miracle is happening just a little bit earlier. Here's Hunter Funk.
Just wow. It was started as a father and son chasing down a balloon in a Milo field.
We decided that that might be something kind of neat to find.
Has led to a child's dream come true. A 2-year-old boy named Lucas attached a letter to Santa on a balloon from El Paso. It flew over 600 miles to Garden City, where the Euler family found it. After releasing the story about the letter and how a class fundraiser involving a well-known Santa Claus wanted to help find the boy, a station in El Paso picked up the story, found a connection to Lucas, and today he received something off that list.
Yo, Pete.
A Pay Dirt Pete toy, and many are calling this a Christmas miracle.
And in one day it made it up north, and we spoke before about the Christmas magic. There just had to be some Christmas magic happening here.
It's going to show all kids there's hope, and that to believe.
Being able to just come together as a community and make something happen, make some little kids' wishes come true, is really beautiful.
Lucas's mother believes his grandfather is looking over them.
We just keep thinking that it's our guardian angel, which is my father-in-law, his dad, their grandpa, watching over them constantly, making sure that he still has a part of their life. Thank you.
You're welcome, Lucas.
But Santa says he still has work to do. He wants to make dreams like this come true for more kids like Lucas. Here for you in Garden City, Hunter Funk, KSN News 3.
All right, Hunter joins us now from Wichita. Hunter, obviously this is a story that you just kind of, you want to have. You want to have these happy stories. Tell me about how it came, when you learned about it, and how quickly you wanted to jump on a story like this.
I mean, he reached out to us, and, well, I guess it kind of picked up a little bit online, but, I mean, as soon as we saw this and how they found this letter floating in a field, we're like, we need to find out what's going on, and, you know, we want to find this little boy because he's got a dream that clearly people want to accomplish. So, I mean, I wanted to jump on that as soon as I heard about it because it sounded awesome.
What was the little boy's reaction? I mean, we got to see a little bit of it, but I have to assume that he was over the moon.
So that mascot was his favorite, and he actually dressed up as it for Halloween. And so as soon as he saw him, he was running up and hugging him, and we actually heard stories that when he would go to games and he wasn't around Pay Dirt Pete, he would get kind of upset. So, I mean, he was knuckling him. He was so excited. And I think the best moment was when he showed him that he dressed up as Pay Dirt Pete for Halloween, and Pay Dirt Pete got all emotional. So I think it was pretty cute.
No Grinch in this story. Santa had to be pretty proud, though, to say that this kid is really on the nice list.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like he was happy to find his long-lost nice kid.
Yeah.
And he's hoping to do more of it.
All right, Hunter. Thanks so much. Appreciate you taking the time. Have a great afternoon. Hey, I am in the middle right now of rewatching all the Star Wars films once again. I love The Mandalorian. I think it's one of the best things that I've seen in a long time. But CableTV.com says it will pay one lucky person $1,000 to watch every Star Wars movie back to 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 back. I think I did that 9 times. Before the release of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker on December 20th. You must be an active Twitter user willing to share the movie marathon experience while tagging the Cable TV team on Twitter. The 10 movies will take a total of 22 hours and 25 minutes to watch and can be watched in any order you choose. The winner will receive every movie on Blu-ray plus Star Wars gears, including a Nerf Han Solo blaster, a Chewbacca onesie, and an R2-D2 popcorn popper. There's 10 of them?
Yeah.
There were 9 of them. What's the 10th?
They're not counting the cartoons.
You can't count Rogue One, can you?
Yeah.
That's part. Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Solo?
Yep, Solo too.
All right, so they're adding all kinds of movies in on this. I would argue that if you're going to do this, you watch only episodes 1 through 9. But that's me personally. I think that the Star Wars stories are excluded. But I'm not the guy at TVWatchMe.com or whatever that is. Hey, that's all the time we have. Until next time, from a galaxy far, far away, I'm Aaron. See you tomorrow.